Okay, this is an add-on to the last one. Okay, this is an add-on to the last one. They really did want me showing that negative. This is what happens when I'm disobedient. What they were pointing out is people actually do look for the excuse. So I always talk about it like addicted to the car crash, like looking for the car crash and then the novelty of it and then acting like it's everywhere. And they were kind of showing that, like, people look for the excuses. They like to listen to the news. They like to listen to the pandemonium. They like to listen to the negative. They like to listen to the fear. It's like they're feeding into the fear because they already feed the fear. They already feel the fear. Yet it's also an excuse like, I can't think about loving myself. I have all this fear to worry about. I can't think about traveling the world. I have to worry about. It's like they look for the excuses and the problems versus the solutions. And because they can't jump right to the solution, it's almost, God, it's hard to verbalize this. It's hard to wrap my mind around it clearly, to say it clearly. But they have shown it like this in the past too, where it's like, what is it? It's like, it's more than addicted to the fear or addicted to the chaos. It's more than that. It is this, it's like an excuse or a justification not to change. Right? It's like they want to change, but they want it to be easy and instant. And they know it's not easy nor instant. And so to face the reality of it seems too daunting. So because of that, or they don't believe in themselves at all and think in their head, there's no way I can do that. So instead of saying there's no way I can do that and lying to themselves further out loud, saying they just don't believe in themselves or whatever other excuse, they will justify it with things of horror that they claim to be outside their control. Like, I can't because of the situation of the world, or the look for like horror, the look for terror, the look for fear, the look for like instant excuses that seem justifiable as to why they can't be living the life they want to live. Can you hear that? Does that make sense? I feel like I'm getting it, but I feel like I'm not verbalizing it as well as I'd like. It's just an interesting thought, isn't it? That there's a lot of people, it's like they're so used to and comfortable living in bitchville or excuseville that it's easier to stay there than to move towards. Or maybe that's it too, because, like you've heard me say so many times, like, I don't always know exactly what I want. And that can seem scary and daunting too. And to just start moving more towards stuff. I can't tell you how many times I've pivoted. I really can't. Because you just have to move towards what feels better, but then you still want better. It's like you haven't found your, quote, spot, right? Or the exact right thing, but you're getting closer and you can feel it. And it's that idea where we're not likely going to, like, I think that's, that's part of the journey and that's part of living. If you wait for the answer, you might never move. Where I've had to learn that the hard way myself, right? Like, it's like you just have to keep taking the little wins and moving like as best you can. But at the same time, that too can be frustrating. It really can. Like, it's frustrating to not know, but it's an illusion that others always know, right? I think that's part of it. It's like people think, well, everybody else knows what they love or what they want, or what. No, they don't. None of us do. We're a bunch of fucking morons. We're all trying to seek our happiness. We're all trying to be our best selves. We're all trying to. So no, it's more like, don't stay stagnant in something that you're not happy in. There's a lot of people are staying stuck and stagnant in situations, places, spaces, time, jobs, all types of things that they're wildly unhappy. They're dare I say, miserable. And so they'll just look for the boatload of excuses as to why. And they'll get stuck in that rat race until the day they're on their deathbed. And then they'll say, what do you wish you did different? Well, I wish I actually tried. I didn't. I just stayed in my rat race with my rat race excuses and justifications and never tried. And now that they're a breath away from death, they wish they did. Right? It's only us holding ourselves back. And we'll always have excuses. There will never, ever be a, quote, great time, easy time, perfect time. No such thing. And there's probably not going to be a perfect answer because we're not perfect. And we're not, are we seeking that? We're really not. We're really just seeking for our best selves, and our best selves get better every day. So we're just seeking to be a better version of ourselves each day. And that also means we want to be in the right environment, surrounded by the right people, places, and things, listening to the right things, encouraging one another, loving, laughing, having fun. It's in sharing in the little things and the joys and the wins, and all these things add up and matter to accumulate the life you desire. And I do think we end up getting stuck in spaces, places, and time that we're either not learning how to communicate, or we're realizing we've been tolerating or not being seen or loved or cared for, or we're not doing that, or all types of things. And the more you wake up to that, the more it's like, oh, life's short. And I have nobody to blame but myself, so I need to figure all this out. Sooner than later, I always think is a good idea. But I'm laughing because I think it's obvious to say that. But I know a lot of people who do like to bury their head in the sand. They really do think one day it's all just going to disappear, or if they put their head in the sand long enough. I don't know what the logic is. To me, that's painful. It's painful. It's like, oh my God, rip off the Band-Aid. But there are people, I know them personally, and they avoid it like the plague. It's like they do enjoy living in that anxiety. They're addicted to it. They claim they can't stand it, but they're addicted to it, because if they really couldn't stand it, they would do something about it, and they don't. They encourage the anxiety and feed the anxiety by continuing the anxiety to such a degree. It's like there's things they have control over, and they choose not to take control. Right? It's like they're worried about something, so instead of looking into it, they will enjoy the indulgence of worrying for days, weeks, months on end, years on end. And it's like, oh my gosh, you still haven't looked into that? Now I'm scared of what the answer is going to be. How long are you going to live in that fear? Oh, as long as I can. I love it. They do. They love it. They love it. They wouldn't ever say that, but that's what they're telling the universe the more they stand there and stay in it. It's like we all have to do tough things to love ourselves, to honor ourselves. What's for our highest and best? What is best for us? What is going to help us feel better? How do we really want to feel? You might be addicted to that anxiety now, but is that how you want to feel for the rest of your life? I get that it's serving your mental confusion somehow, but you have to be real honest, and you're going to have to do the hard thing to break that cycle. Or you can keep living that way. But you know what I always say, I don't want to hear you bitching. I don't want to hear it. It's like, please, you're doing what you want to do, and bitching about it too. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.